Hi, I am here for a message of encouragement and motivation. Because raise your hand if you almost gave up. I almost gave up. Yeah. I'm hearing Moana when she's like, Maui, 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 you're so amazing. It's like there's we feel like there's this daunting task ahead of us, but it's all worth it. It's all worth it, and we know it's going to be worth it. So I don't know. Spirit, I'm here with Spirit. We're going to bring about something beautiful. Already what I was channeling for this message was, I got so many different images. Okay, so the first one was, my nose is itchy, confirmation. The first one was like, I was in a stick shift car and we were just like going along. You're like, yes, I got it. I'm figuring out the stick shift. And then all of a sudden it was like, it like dropped into a different gear and we had to go uphill. And we're like, the car's like, we're like, is this thing going to make it? Because I was just vibing and now it sounds really weird. And like, I don't know, do I trust this? Like, is this real? You know, like, is this like magnificent way of life that we've been talking about, living in our desires, going towards pleasure and joy, like, is that possible? Can I really do that? And the answer is yes, baby, you can. I love you. I've missed being here on the Embodied Heart channel. Hi, my name is Kaya Rose, by the way. And last week I sat down to film a video and I just felt like I was forcing everything and nothing felt right. And I was like, what is happening? Like, it felt like I was on a tightrope and then I fell off. And it's like, okay, time to get back up, start again. And I was like, again, I'm just going to show up and see what happens. So here I am showing up, seeing what happens. I like tried to start this video 3 different times and I just felt awkward. And yeah, this is all information. This is all part of the message. So, okay, the stick shift car. And then I heard there were 2 songs. So it shifted from Maggie Rogers' Falling Waters. When she's like, hold on, I thought that I could take it from here. I thought that we were gone in the clear, but it's getting harder. Hold on, I thought that I was doing so well, like everything was under a spell, but it's getting harder. And that's the energy that I've been feeling the last 2 weeks. Like, I went into a portal of the illuminated darkness and I was like, dang it. I love when I'm in the like tunnel of light, you know, and this human experience shifts us all around because it's all bringing us in a brighter connection with our light and not creating fear for that illuminated darkness, because there is no light without darkness. Okay, so it was like, wait a second. I thought everything was Gucci. I thought everything was fine. And now this is starting to feel really hard. It's like, wait, everything was fine. Now we're going uphill. Like, what? But that view at the top, it's still there. It's still there waiting for you. It's so worth it. It's so worth it. So, because the next song I heard was Jeesh by Surfaces, I believe. And the part that specifically stuck out to me was when he like raps in the middle and he's like, don't ask me what the vibe is. I can't define it. Can't even put that stuff down in writing. It's like where you're going and what you feel, that energy you feel and that you've felt, you're like, I can't even put it into words. I just can't even put it into words. I just feel it and I know it's there and I'm moving towards it. And then we choose the path and all of the like earthly, mundane tasks and stuff come in. And I was talking about this in the last video of spirit and your guides being like, what are we doing with this? What are we doing with this? And it's so funny because whatever I say on this channel, it's like, oh yeah, you're going to say it and now you're going to embody it and you're going to walk it and you're going to see what it feels like to embody those words and to embody that wisdom. So like you get out the castle and you start walking and you're like, oh my gosh, this is like farther than I thought, or this is more work than I thought, or we're just like in the vibes of the knowing what's possible, and then we start doing it, and it feels more dense because we are literally in our earthly body making it come to life. Like, you are literally creating a spiritual vision into physical form. Like, you're a literal sorcerer. Like, that's amazing. That's the most divine aspect of creation you could possibly do, is bring spirit into matter. It's just amazing. Okay, so the next part of the song, sun shining 24/7, clouds rolling, wait, is this heaven? Didn't even die to get here, yeah. Everything I need is right here, yeah. Everything I need is right here, yeah. It's right here, yeah. It's right here, yeah. Like, I just got chills. That's the vibe. I'm even like, ooh, the sun. Hi, wow. It's almost like I put sunglasses on, but like literal sun glasses. Like, that's like this, yeah, sun shining. Wow, spirit, thank you. I have a mirror. My table is a mirror, and it's just cool because we have sunshine. We're finally getting sunshine. Spring is springing. I don't know if it's necessarily sprung, but it's coming. And I just think that's so cool. We got sun everywhere, 24/7. Yeah, like, heaven is on the horizon, baby. That's what's up that hill. That's where your car's going, okay? And just don't give up. Don't give up. We got this. We can do this. We can do this, okay? Other channeled messages I got. I don't know. I just want to shuffle this deck while we talk. It's the Legendary Ladies deck. Goddess energy, for sure. What do we have here? Inner strength. Yes. Okay, this is going to connect with... Ooh, bunnies are definitely significant. So are fairies. So are butterflies. The dawn, like, that dawn is coming. Look at, like, going up the hill. There it is. Are those mountains or clouds? I don't even know, but like, look at the glow. All of your opportunities are just surrounded with light and love. And the bunny's with you, rabbit. Inner strength. Rabbit is like very resilient, very instinctual. Like, they really respond to instincts. And it's like a quick, like, as soon as that instinct arises, I don't know if you've ever seen a rabbit and you're like, hey, bunny, and it's just like, phew, it's gone. She hops away. So there's, okay, this message of creating space. Okay, so you're like trading resources and creating space. So that could look like your physical space, where maybe you're selling, donating, giving away, organizing, getting things ready for new energy to come in. And yeah, it's like, okay, you've sold the things, you've donated the things, you've made the space, and now you're looking at the space and you've seen what you want, the newness. You've already called that newness in. You're like, whoa. And that newness is overwhelming. It's like you have, oh my gosh, so much is coming in at once. Like, new friends, new ideas, new books you're reading, new information, new perspectives, a new car for someone. And it's like all of a sudden you were just like, wow, look at the possibilities. This is so amazing. Like, I'm kind of bored. What do I want to do? Let me move forward with this. And then all of a sudden, everything's here. Everything's here. And now I'm seeing moving. Like, maybe someone's moving, or maybe this is an analogy of like when you move and you're reorganizing everything and you're like, okay, where does everything go? How are we going to set this up? And okay, this is interesting. Food choices. There's like guilt around food choices. Like, okay, you know, when you're moving, you order pizza or you order takeout, or when you're traveling and you're on vacation, you eat foods that you wouldn't typically commune with, or maybe you don't typically commune with just because they're not in your area or is vacation, and you're going to be like, yes, let me enjoy myself. And there's a message of, let's put our hand on our belly for a moment. our stomach, our intestines, solar and sacral chakra, and just say thank you for digesting my food. Thank you for pulling the nutrients that I need from everything I put in my body. And then even I feel to go up to the throat and just some loving energy there. And thank you for all of the food that I was able to enjoy and taste and use my human senses to experience. And I'm seeing now like a family around food. Food is so communal for us humans, and it feels so good to connect with food and through food. And I'm seeing a very specific time in my life where it all came back to stress. I was living a very stressful life, and I was trying to control every outside circumstance I possibly could to control how I felt in the inside, so I didn't have to change anything I was doing. But I was always I was just inflamed. I mean, all the time. I was eating no gluten, no dairy, no canola oil, no corn, no soy, no this, no that, you name it. And I was like, I'm clean eating, right? And it didn't matter what I ate. I could eat a piece of broccoli or I could drink a glass of water, and I was bloated because my stomach, I wasn't in my power and everything, and I was definitely not in my desires. So my intestines and my stomach, they were inflamed. It didn't matter what I put in it. It wasn't the food. It was my state of being. So that's where, if our state of being is like busy and we're buzzing around like that hummingbird and we're doing a lot of things and we're just curious and embracing that fun, those other more disciplined practices that we had might not look the same, and that's totally okay. And if we're about to eat something and we're like, oh my God, the mind goes into, this is on my bad foods list. We can alchemize anything, BT dubs. You can alchemize anything that you put into your body. So you can give your food Reiki. You can look at that food and go, thank you so much. I am so grateful for you. And I know our bodies are amazing. We can pull nourishment out of a Snickers bar. We're really that beautiful. And now someone told me once that, like, if we're just gonna let that go. It's not feeling right coming out. So back to all these new things are taking up space, okay? Compassion and love and grace for what you're putting into your body, because it's aligned with what you need. You always have what you need. And again, patterns could be coming back up because you've entered this new space, and it's not to self-sabotage you. It's not to haunt you. It's not to make you feel bad. It's to go, okay, wow, I can really observe and like witness this from a different space than when I was just like enmeshed with it, right? Like we're on autopilot. We're just like doing the thing. And then we enter a new space of perspective or energy, what have you. And then when that pattern comes back up, we go, wow, I really notice how this makes me feel, or I notice how that makes my stomach feel, or I notice how that makes my energy levels, or anything and everything. You've just really been noticing, because you're still living in your old life, even though the internal you has shifted. We've been talking about this. We're waiting for the physical reality to like match that, because everything spiritually is happening all at once, and it happens like way faster than the more like dense physical reality. Like I think of our humanness as a rock. Like it's the earth is a rock. Rocks are just there. They don't really move a lot. They're a pretty solid matter, and then there's light, and light is constantly moving, and some days it's really bright, and some days it's gloomy, and some days it's cloudy, and there's like little bits of sun. Here I'm like playing around with the sun as I'm doing this reading, because it keeps like going in my face, which is fine. Okay, it's all fine. So abundance. We've just been like, we want abundance, and now abundance is here, and we're overwhelmed by the abundance, and we're like, So that's where giving ourselves grace is so important, because nothing is here to take us backwards or bring us down. It's just a shift in energy that's happened within us. And everything outside of us is like figuring out how to align with that. Does that make sense? Okay, so yeah, my last analogy that I have is I'm seeing someone starting a garden, and it's like you have all your seeds. It's March, right? Okay, guys, it's March. We can't be planting anything till end of May here, really. And so you have all your seeds, and it's like, okay, how am I gonna like plan the garden out? How's our soil this year? Where are we gonna get new soil? How are our planter boxes? Setting up your water drip systems. And this is even like last year I was like, what is a drip system? I don't even know. Do you know how many hours I spent on YouTube learning about drip systems? And they're so simple, and I just made it so complicated. That's another message. Like, I think we get daunted because we're like, oh my gosh, this is so hard. I can't see the way forward. And it's because the way forward is new. You are paving it right now. You are creating the way forward. So of course you can't see it. You can just trust the feeling in your heart. Trust the information that arises in your gut and in your womb. And the mind will try to interpret that, but really the mind is like the one that's going to help us with the earthly mundane tasks. It's not going to get us where we need to go unless it's our cheerleader. But mind forward, I love using the mind. I just don't know if I like to let it make all my decisions because it's too logical. Okay, my hair is still wet. And yeah, that's just the day we're having. So I think those are all of my channeled messages. And we've got inner strength happening. Let's pull some cards. Oracle of the Mermaid. I'm having a thought. I went to an Earth Spirit Expo this weekend with my sister, Courtney, and I don't know why I'm feeling to tell you this, but it was one of those things where I walked in, we walked in, and I was kind of like, this is spirituality? It's like everyone has a booth with, you know, crystals and decks and readings and like sage and Palo Santo and aromatherapy, and it's all beautiful, but it just felt so confusing. It felt like, is this spirituality? Like, this feels like capitalism's version of spirituality. And so maybe there's that time and tide, oceanic spells and rituals. And the mirror, know thyself, self-examination, seeing who you really are. Okay, I'm going to pause the expo message. it just started coming out. Maybe it'll all come together later. So this is, I'm really seeing with this one, the cycles. Okay, like the sun could be going down or it could be coming up. I don't really know. It's for you to decipher. But with this card, it's like we are such cyclical beings, especially women who bleed. Because I don't know exactly what happened in astrology recently. I know it was big because I've just been seeing a lot of it on my feeds. But there's so much happening in our universe. And we're just like one universe of a huge multiverse of a galaxy. Like, there's just so much going on that we can't even fathom, right? So shifts are happening. The sun and the moon have their own positions. The earth has its own positions. Everything has its own energy. And then us as individuals, the seasons of nature, maybe our relationship cycles with ourselves, with others, internal, external. Again, women who bleed, we have like creating life and babies, and like then just the cycles of milestones in life. Like, we are constantly cycling amongst a bajillion cycles. So that's where I'm seeing that gear shift. It's like, whoa, something shifted. And like, I don't even know what's happening. It wasn't what was happening yesterday, but I'm just going to flow with it. I'm going to flow with it, and I'm going to trust, and I'm going to know that everything here is for my pleasure and for my learning. And that, Annie, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. There'll be sun. Like, you can do it. Oh, and I just noticed her in the sand. You know, she's just like writing the heart. Like, okay, I'm just chilling right now. I don't really know what's going on, but I'm just going to dream of love. I'm going to stay focused on the love because I believe in it. I believe in the love. And this mirror is kind of what, there's something on that card, which means my daughter had it, which means it's definitely significant. Any card she plays with or puts in her mouth, I'm like, yes, significant. I mean, this is a beautiful card. Red. This deep red and her deep red lips. I'm also thinking of like women bleeding again. And there's this, it's like such a rich time to witness ourselves and to witness what's changing and to release what is no longer serving us in that root chakra, that red. Like, we are grounding ourselves in the new reality so that we can create in that forward flow with more space, more alignment that feels good. And like, yeah, seeing our truth, seeing who we really are. Like, what are my patterns? And when it comes back up and you observe a pattern, it's going, oh, this feels so good to witness. Because now I'm the observer and I'm not the pattern. Does that make sense? You're never the pattern. But when we're enmeshed with the pattern, which means we are one with the pattern, we're like this with the pattern. I'm thinking of turtle. We can't see it. It's our blind spot. So you're not merged with those patterns anymore. What's at the bottom of the deck? Yep, the unseen. This card used to freak me out, but do not let it freak you out. All this means too much is hidden from you. I think that's a beautiful thing. Like, again, this is illuminated darkness. The future, what you're creating, you can't see it because it's never been done before. You're a trailblazer. So if we knew everything when we arrived, like, we've already experienced it proprioceptively, that we don't even get to like fully enjoy the experience. Who doesn't love a good surprise? And I mean like a good surprise, not a surprise where you're like, will you throw me a surprise party? And then you like pretend to be surprised, but well, my hair is still wet. Sorry, I'm not sorry. I needed to give it a fluff. And it's like my eyes are kind of blinded by the sun. Blinded by the light. Okay. Whoa. 33. Experiments. This feels like there could be perspectives that are coming up to be seen. I'm feeling a lot of things on this. Okay, so first is whatever you think is going on is going on. Whatever that means. You're not paranoid, you're not crazy, you're psychic. So yes to whatever you think to be true. It's true. Okay. Second, communicating, having conversations, like calling out the unseen, calling out what you do see that isn't being named is important. You will be supported in using your voice. Your throat chakra is strong. I'm getting a message of humming. So humming is actually a really good way to regulate our nervous systems. I want to place my hand on my heart, and you can just Like you can feel the different tones and the different vibrations, and even your cells feeling your own voice and feeling your own vibration can calm you. It's like you're in the eye of the storm. And give us now experiments. Yeah, like don't let anyone, I don't know why I'm talking like this, don't let anyone manipulate you. No, you can't be manipulated. You can no longer be manipulated. All of the unseen, the only unseen to you is beauty. If you can't find it, or you can't see it that day, or you can't see the future, it's because it's literally so bright. It's like, okay, I've been living in the northern hemisphere. If I just went to the equator and went to the tropics and got off the plane, like my eyes would be blinded and my skin, like I would feel so hot. It's like when people come to the cold and they're used to the warm weather, there's like this acclimation that has to happen. So things that are not seen to you is most definitely for your benefit. And even if there's evil things or darker things that aren't seen to you or haven't been illuminated, also that's okay. Like if somebody's doing whatever they're doing, like as long as you're going your own way and you trust and you're living in your love and you're figuring out this new way of life, let it be unseen. It's just a waste of time. It's a waste of time and energy for you. You are so safe. And I feel scared. It's like, oh my God, it's scary. It's scary, or they're scary. Oh my God, what did I say about my daughter chewing cards? Like, can you see this? This was one of her favorite cards as a baby. Oh, Battle of the Blues. Take steps towards positive change. Okay. This is very clear to me. Do you see this sword? It looks heavy. That sword is like Valyrian steel. It's gold. It has that ruby red, again, garnets, lily pads, lotuses, like growing out of the mud. The moon is there. So like very deep emotions. Are we in a full moon? Because I feel like it's right around now. It just feels heavy, okay? The energy feels heavy. And yeah, you're like, where is the light? How? I cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel, Kaya. It's like this dim. It's like that energy of spring when you have that like 160-degree day and then it goes back to 30 and you're like, what the hell is happening? There's a truth that you recently came to understand and it feels heavy. Like all of the emotions that came up to be released with that truth, it like shifted your perspective and you're just like, I can't unsee that. I can't unsee that. And like, damn, there's grief, there's sadness, there's an overwhelm of how we're going to move through that. And I want you to know you're already doing it. Okay? I love you. I love you so much and I see you. You're already doing it. Like this will pass. Okay? That moon's gonna set. Does the moon set? Because I'm like, the sun sets, but do we just rotate? Is it the Earth's position? I don't know. Okay, that's something cool to look up. But the moon's going to hide itself and the sun is going to come out. The sun will come out tomorrow. Like tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar, okay? And like you are growing, like you've grown out of the mud and you're barely hanging on and you're just floating in your feels. Your emotions feel so heavy and dark. And it's okay. You're safe. You're safe here. You're safe right now. Breathe. And a belly breath is good. Or diaphragmatic breathing. We could do that together real quick. Lace your fingers. Put them behind your head. And this actually encourages or directs the air right into your diaphragm and it opens your chest up. Because a lot of times When we're stressed, our breath isn't getting past our chest. It's not making it down into our gut and our intestines and our stomach. But when we do the belly breathing, we make room in our whole body. You can actually hold this for a full 2 minutes. My belly's making noises too. And when you release your hands, you can stay there if you want for a little bit, but you feel the ease wash over you. You feel the ease wash over you because you've just released new hormones, oxytocin. You've slowed down the production of cortisol, norepinephrine, adrenaline, and that's a posture you can do to ignite all of those hormones. I learned that when I worked at the hospital. Diaphragmatic breathing, it's amazing. So even the battle of your blues, when there's nothing you can do because we have to feel it and we have to experience it, or we get to experience it. The illumination is happening. Sometimes breathing is all we need to do. Just breathing and being with yourself, and any sort of movement is huge. Like, even if you're laying in bed and you can like stretch your arms, or like bring your legs up and give yourself a roll, or just stand up and like maybe hang in a forward fold if your body is able to do that. There's so many beautiful things. That movement happens just by, like, I'm even getting that message of my stomach when I moved. It was like whatever air was sitting there, as soon as I expanded my chest and opened my diaphragm and allowed everything to move and flow, it was like, ooh, thank you, like I'm going where I need to go. And so we don't have to figure everything out. Like that day, we don't have to escape our emotions and go, okay, I hate this place, I need to move, I hate this, I need to do that, it's like, wait, do we hate the emotion that we're experiencing, or do we truly hate what's happening? And hate is such a strong word, but that's how strong I feel it. Blaze your own trail. Originality. Yeah, like this path that you're following, babe, you've created the damn path. Like, I'm seeing the brush in a field, in a forest. Like, there was so much brush and it was thick and dense, and you're like, right, that unseen, like, I am walking through this and I am trusting because I just feel pulled. I feel safe. I want to know what's over there. And so the path that happened is like those natural paths in nature where, like, everything is like matted down and patted down. Like, I'm seeing the grass and the leaves and everything. It just like fell down when you walked through it. And that's the path now. And now other people can see it. It wasn't even paved. It's not like there's no little rocks. Like, you literally just created the damn path. And look at her, just the alchemy that's happening. And alchemy is a fancy word for taking pain and turning it into pleasure. Taking that darkness so you can enhance the light, the illumination of your light. Like, look at her, she's just like, over the moon, do. Let me feel my feels, baby. I'm just in my blues today. And it can be that, like, we don't have to make such a big deal out of it and be like, I'm having a bad day. I can't even believe I'm feeling this way. It's the relationship we have with the heavier, darker emotions. Again, dark isn't bad. Dark isn't scary. It doesn't have to be. This is what society has labeled for these things. It can be. But we can also always go back to our center, like that eye of the storm. There might be complete shit show happening around us. But going back to the breath, bringing the arms up and going, okay, I'm alive. I'm feeling my heart beating. I'm feeling my breath. Where am I? Okay, I'm grounding into my body, giving myself some loving touch if that feels okay for you. I can see the leaves on the pine trees outside. I can see the sun or clouds. Like, just connect with what's around you, okay? Because you are going in the right direction. You're already doing it. So on those days, yeah, it doesn't have to be this heavy thing. It can just be like, I'm just in my blues today. I'm in my blues today. I'm experiencing my illuminated dark emotions, and I'm so excited. I'm just witnessing. And if you need space to do that, especially again, if you're a bleeding woman, there are certain weeks and certain parts of our cycle that we begin to learn about ourselves. And I don't even think everyone's cycle is the same. I really do think tapping in and paying attention to your own emotions is everything. That is the power. So you start to learn like how you feel around your bleed, and then when you have the most energy. And this can apply to males too, like when you pay attention to your energetics and how that, I don't know what it is like to be a man, but there must be things that cycle through your body. And learning and paying attention, like then you learn who you are and what your cycles are. You know how you feel towards the end of spring, like, oh, it's March. I'm having an existential crisis. I'm questioning everything. It's like, yes, that's because you are like, I am done with the cold. I need the vitamin D. I need to put my feet on the earth. Like my body is ready. And instead of getting all freaked out by that, we can trust that the sun will shine, spring will come. So what can I do to almost embrace the last of this time for this cycle that I have left? You know, because then spring comes and I'm like, oh my God, there's so much to do. Like there's all of a sudden there's so much to do, right? It's like we just can't wait for spring. I just need spring. And then there's so much to do and we're overwhelmed. It's like, I just need to get out of here, get that new house or do all the things. And then we do it. And we receive the manifestation that we've been praying for, and we're overwhelmed by the amount of abundance that comes with that we also get to receive. It's like such a beautiful, beautiful thing. And you, my dear soul, my sisters, my brothers, your mission is like, it's gold. Your mission is, it's like the rainbow. You are the rainbow that pops out in the storm. Like it could be raining, it could be gloomy, and you're like, hi, I'm the rainbow. And even when you're feeling gloomy, even when you're having your blues days, you're like, you just can't help it but shine and but refract light. It's who you are. Oh, you're so beautiful. You are so beautiful and amazing. I want to be your bestie. We are besties. Okay, one more from the Mystical Wisdom Oracle deck. Oh, cheer up, live in the moment. I love you. I'm seeing dragonflies now. And dragonflies are very, like, they don't live very long. And they come up from, like, don't they come up from the depths of water? Like, where it's all dark and murky, and then they come up to the light. And they, like, their metamorphosis, I think, is wild, like maybe even crazier than a butterfly. And they can swim in, like, or fly in all directions, like up, down, left, right, whew. They're just going everywhere. And I think they only live for like a couple days. So they really, it's like, I'm feeling like fear from someone like, I only live for a couple days. It's like, nope, that wasn't part of the message. Like, you are healthy, you are safe, you are loved. You are on this beautiful path and your soul will never die. So when you live in the moment, oh wow, I'm even feeling like this darkness again, which, I mean, these cards aren't all dark. It's like you're really working hard to focus on the light right now. Oh, is that a rainbow? You bet your bottom dollar. Now I'm in my Annie face. Like the rainbow, the light, like this is your soul. Okay, this is you. The trailblazer, the original one, the starborn. Alchemizing black sheep to starborn. Black sheeps are also beautiful, so you could totally resonate with that. You're not the ugly duckling, though. Or you could be, if you want to be. I love that, too. So this is, it's just, I almost see like peacock vibes. She's very in her knowing. She's very in her knowing. And she's standing on branches without leaves, but there's all these like little drops of light around her. And it's almost like she has her magic wand and she just trusts, like, okay, this tree is still alive. It's still flourishing. Like the trees I see outside right now with no leaves whatsoever, they're still in their winter state. There are little things budding, but I look at that and it's not dead. The tree has just gone inward. Oh my God, didn't even die to get here. Yup. Everything I need is right here. Yup. It's like, that's where like self-sabotage is bullshit. You don't need to die to get anywhere. You don't need to make things so hard on yourself and like push. It's that. And hold on with this message of pushing. Like sometimes that like push feels good for us. We're like, yes. Like, I mean, even thinking birth, like the pushing actually feels good. It's the forcing. We don't want to force ourselves. No. There's a big difference between pushing yourself and forcing yourself. I like that. Okay, so follow your intuition. You know what is a force and what is a push. Like I'm giving you the push, the encouragement. Like I'm seeing a little kid on the swing. I just took my nephew and daughter to the playground and they were like, give me a push, give me a push. And we go 1, 2, 3, underdoggy. And then he wanted the rockets. So we'd go to the stars, to the moon, blast off. And that's 100% a message because it's coming through like, you are the underdog, okay? You're the underdog on the rise again with this message and you are about to blast off. You are blasting off. And you're in the like lame part. I know it feels lame of like, okay, I'm like going to the moon. Holy-ish. Like I have to pack. I have to like my physical body needs the endurance to live like without gravity in a different climate. I'm not going to see some loved ones for a minute. I need to like have my going to the moon party or like say my see you laters, not goodbyes, but like, hey guys, I'm going inward for a minute. I need to focus on myself for a minute. Wow, I like that. It just feels beautiful. That sun feels so amazing. Like trust your intuition. Like you're up here in the bird's eye view. There's that island. You can't even describe the vibe because it's just so amazing. You trust it. And now look at her like, oh, look at all these owls next to her. Like community coming in. And I feel like the community is here. And so even making those new connections requires a lot of energy. You're like, I want my new best friend. I want to meet my new lover. And then you meet them and it's like, you're just like talking till 2 a.m. or like voice memoing back and forth or sharing music I'm seeing and just all of these fun, amazing things. And then you're like, oh my God, did I even eat? Oh my gosh, like my sourdough starter's gonna die. That's so specific, but just like all of those domestic tasks that were there, or even like prioritizing exercise, like you're exercising love, you're exercising something different, you're nourishing yourself in a different way. And it might not look like you're nourishing yourself by making sourdough, or you're nourishing your body by committing to that exercise practice, but you're nourishing the growth, you're creating the space, you're going, let me just play in this new energy for a minute. Like, let me just play in the blues. What's going on here? What's happening today? Okay, because I'm cheery. I can be like hanging out on this dark branch, knowing that the leaves will come, knowing that the beautiful mountain is there. Okay, like I'm not afraid. And this, like, don't be afraid to fly solo is it's because you're never flying solo. You are never flying solo. You have so many, even within you, so many parts to yourself that are within you and want to support you. So many different lifetimes. So many angels, your God self, your goddess self. Like, it's all here, okay? And it's magical. You are a rainbow. Again, it could rain. You're still going to shine. You are just such a sensual person. Oh gosh, look at the rainbow flowing from her heart. And it's green and lush and amazing. And like the little fairy, just that playful energy And she has a willow tree, willows, and foxgloves. I have those in my garden. We planted them last year. Absolutely significant. Like, look at all this flourishing. You go from like, what the hell? Literally, this feels like hell. What is going on? This feels so heavy. To, okay. I know that my intuition, I'm not crazy. It would not have brought me this far for me to give up. But we were questioning everything. We were questioning reality. Like, hardcore questioning. Like, what even was the last few weeks? Like, what was that month? What the hell? Like, where did that energy go? Where have all the good times gone? And it's like, oh, baby, please trust, please trust, please trust, please trust. They're here. They are here. It's March, baby. Like, this has March vibes to me. Green, St. Patrick. I don't know what St. Patrick's all about, but I want to look into that. Oh my gosh, like, I really love this energy. I really love this energy. I love you. I love you so much. We've got this, okay? We've absolutely got this. So, you know what? We're going to wrap up this reading with, I don't know what card is in here, but I pulled a card and I opened up, I just love this book. It keeps me grounded in my creative endeavors. It's just so inspiring. You could open up to any page and be like, yes, I'm going to do the damn thing. Ain't gonna stop me. Unicorn invite serendipity. Again, life is so serendipitous. Okay, there's going to be, or there are synchronicities. They're strong and they're subtle. And it's up to us to be like, thank you, Spirit. Thank you for sending me these numbers. Thank you for sending me that song. Like, there was a point, I think I've talked about this before, when I was on my journey and I'm like working with my healer and I'm like, I just keep seeing 555. Like, yeah, they keep sending me all these numbers and like, yeah, I hear this song, but like, I'm still like, I still wanted more. I wanted to get out of my emotions. I wanted that like gold at the end of the rainbow. And he's like, yo, Spirit is talking to you. Your angels are like, baby Liz, like we're trying to tell you. So when we kind of like, it's almost like the parent and we're like, I don't want to hear it. My mom always says that. Like, I'm seeing in Just Friends when the mom is like, be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. Because he's back in his hometown and he's like this big shot executive, like rich guy. And something happens and he needs his retainer. And he's like, Mom, I can't find my skates. And she's like, just be yourself. He's trying to impress a girl, a woman. Yeah, so that could, I don't know where I was going with that, but oh yeah, so it's like, okay, but really that's the answer. Be yourself and really embrace that energy. And what does it feel like to be you? Maybe you need to connect with your love and do something that feels like that feels like your energy, that feels joyful for you. Okay? Not for someone else, not for your family, not for your best friend, not even for your kiddos. Like, what do you need to do for yourself to feel some joy today? And that could be, I need to sleep. Because sometimes we're tired, we are tired, and we are simply tired. And we're like, why am I in this mood? And it's like, because we just need to slow down and sleep. And I know that's lame and boring, but that's what it is, okay? All right, so with this unicorn serendipity card, we have a whisper out of time, okay? It is common for an artist to question the weight of their ideas. Ooh, interesting. A 5-year-long creative process might have begun with a fleeting moment in a dream or a remark overheard in a parking lot. In hindsight, this tiny seed that led us down a winding path may seem insignificant. We might wonder if it's big enough or if the direction is important enough to keep traveling. When gathering seeds to begin our work, we may be tempted to look for a grand sign before committing ourselves. Okay, it's already serendipitous because what did I just say? I was like waiting for my spirit guides to like drop a Rolls Royce in my driveway or something, and they're like, baby, listen to the numbers in the songs, okay? Let's start there because like, which, I mean, hey, if you believe that that can happen, maybe it's just because I don't like believe that enough. I believe it can happen. As long as you believe it. Okay, when gathering seeds to begin our work, we may be tempted to look for a grand sign before committing ourselves. A clap of thunder to assure us that we've found the right path. We may discard ideas that don't seem of great importance or magnitude, but the size does not matter. Size does not matter. Volume does not equal value. We cannot weigh source material based on the initial impact it makes on arrival. Sometimes the smallest seed grows into the biggest tree. The most innocent idea can lead to the most consequential writing. Trivial insights can open the doors to vast new worlds. The most delicate message could be of the greatest importance. Even if the seed is nothing more than what we notice, a momentary perception, an unexpected thought, even the echo of a memory, it's enough. Most time, the hints of inspiration and direction from source are small. They appear as tiny signals traveling through the void of space, quiet and subtle, like a whisper. Wow. Wow. I'm just letting that marinate for myself. Okay, I'm feeling a final message, and I'm going to pull from my Starseeds deck. I just got this at the Earth Spirit Expo. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow, it's like we don't need to look outside of ourselves for any confirmation. All of this is just extra. These cards are extra. They're fun. I'm a visual person. I love to receive messages through the artwork. I used to have to read like every card I would pull. I would like grab the book and read it, and then I got to a point where I was like, I actually don't even know if I agree with this author's interpretation of this art. And then I started going with the flow of what I felt, and it was like, wow, that's the medicine I needed. That is the medicine I needed. Like, I post this video and then I watch it because it's the medicine that I need to hear. I know my soul is speaking to me. And when I sit down and I meditate and I ask God and Goddess and the angels, and I'm just like, please bring in a soul fam where we can all connect on this wavelength and these messages can motivate and encourage love for me and for others. Like, it would just be so dope. And then I started, so I started the channel and I'm vibing, and then I get in my head about like how many views there are. And I feel like that's what this was saying. Like, I'm like, this video is amazing and it's gonna get thousands of views or millions of views, and like, we're just going to be this huge community and we're going to take over the world with love and light. And I want that tomorrow. Like, I'm like, okay, Spirit. And it's like, you have to trust. That's my ego going, what am I getting out of this? And the subtlety of like, you're getting your medicine, babe. You're getting your medicine out of this. You're hearing the message that you need to keep going and to keep your heart strong and pure and light. You're taking yourself into the heavy depths so you can check it out and see what's there, and then bring up wisdom and take a deep breath and go, sun. And then you dry out. Those emotions dry out and new ones come. And it's a cyclical process that happens and happens. And then amongst that, just know there are always cycles. And the one thing that we know about life is that it will always change. It will always change. Change is constant, and chaos is change. So if we're amongst chaos, know that that's normal. Okay, you're evolving and you're moving forward. And when the peace comes, embrace every single second of it. When you feel bored, feel bored. Be bored, baby. One card flew out. Freedom! Yay. Follow your heart and nurture your soul with love and freedom to grow. I mean, is that not what this channel's about? 5-5, 5-5. Okay. Ooh. I just got a rush of like, oh, I have to pick my daughter up. I get to pick my daughter up. But like, what time is it? Am I making people late? Like, I just so got into this flow. And here I was thinking like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make a video today because like my vibes just feel low. And 55 minutes later, babes. 55 minutes later. Oh, amen. No limitations. No limitations. You are a celestial being with unlimited potential, and there was so much for you to share. Final card, reflection. See all aspects of yourself through the reflection of the one who mirrors your hidden self. The unseen. It all came together. It all came together. With unseen at the bottom of the deck. It's like everything that comes up for you is here to be witnessed. It's here to be witnessed. It just wants to be seen. Okay, I love you. You are full of love. Your self loves you. Your truth loves you. Your soul loves you. Your angels love you. God loves you. You are so loved. Please don't forget it. The world needs you to remember your love. I need you to remember your love. I feel it. There are no limitations to your love. And your love is where you find freedom. And when you find freedom, we move the needle closer towards liberating all. And I love you. Thank you for the work you're doing. Thank you for the emotions that you're willing to go into and touch and feel. Ooh, like you are swimming to the depths of the ocean so that you can come up and go, hey y'all, look what I found. Look what I found. And then you see that reflection and I'm seeing you looking in the water. And it's just the sparkles of the sun on the water reflecting to you your magical, angelic glow. Don't give up. I love you so incredibly much, and I will see you again soon. You are light.